Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode as we take on Celtic in the league and then Napoli in the Champions League. First qualifying round, not qualifying, first knockout round, first leg. It's very complicated, all the European stuff. Well, actually, it's not at all, is it? I just make it complicated in my head. Anyway, before we get started on today's video, a little bit of real talk between you and me. If you follow me on Twitter and Discord, you'll have seen us last night, I assume. Maybe you haven't seen it, I don't know. But if you don't follow me on those places, do give me a follow on Twitter, join my Discord, links down in the description. It's usually where I post news first and foremost. But I've been thinking about doing this for a while because I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of big channel growth recently. We're doing quite well in terms of, income across all sorts of areas. And it's a transition. I'm going part-time at my actual job to do more of this, or maybe free up some more time to do more. You get the point, right? I'm going part-time on YouTube, essentially. I've not rephrased this very well, have I? I don't know. It's a bit weird to talk about in a way. I don't know. I'm not really good at talking. I'm bringing it up, though, because obviously it's a big change for me. It's pretty exciting. But also I need to say a massive thank you to you lot, because none of this would be possible without you lot, or your support, or your help on watching the videos. If you watch the adverts all the way through, that helps out massively. Everyone who's on the Patreon, everyone who's subscribed on Twitch, all that kind of stuff. It's all contributing to this, essentially, which is mental. I can't believe I play Football Manager and it's literally now my, job, basically. I mean, it's not quite, I'm still working part-time where I work, right? But it's now a bigger part of my life because of that. So, yeah, it's a weird one to talk about. I'm very excited, also very terrified at the same time. I'd be more terrified if I was making the complete jump to full-time. I'd rather transition it slowly, so hopefully in the next 12 months I can make that proper transition to full-time at some point. But it's a start, and it's exciting, but also scary, and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. I will do a video later on in the week talking a little bit more about this. I'll probably script it out a bit more, so I'm not just rambling a bit right now and not really making a whole lot of sense maybe. I'll also talk about a few things that might change for the channel or are coming forward in the future and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll do a video later on in the week, but wanted to talk about it right now given that I've tweeted about it and Discord about it last night. And yeah, just want to say thank you. And of course, because this is my, becoming a more important part of my job, sponsors are very important. And that's why OneFootball app is sponsoring today's video, the best football app out there to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news, scores and updates from around the world. You can follow, of course, your favourite teams such as Aberdeen or Lincoln City and keep up to date with all of the live goings on in their games with push notifications turned on. Never miss anything that happens. It is literally, for me, the best football app out there. I use it all the time, genuinely, and I really, really like it. And hopefully you do too. You can download it for absolutely free from the video in the top. What? The video in the top? I've lost the train of thought now, haven't I? Either way, just download it for free, top line of the description, because it really helps me and the channel out. And of course, a lot more now that this is becoming a more important part of my life. Anyway, let's get into today's episode properly. We're taking on Celtic first and foremost in the Scottish Premiership, and we have, dominated everything since you were last here. We've played a lot of games. Now, I've not actually read the comments or anything from yesterday's episode because as I record this, it's not actually gone out yet. So I did say at some point, maybe we look to end this series soonish and then just try and do something fun to tick us over to FM22. But you guys might not want that, I don't know. But we are, as you can tell, absolutely class because we are just battering everyone. You were last here for the Dundee and Leipzig games. As you can see, we've played a lot of games in between. We won't go through every single result, but the point is, we've won them all. And because we've won them all, we've already got Champions League football guaranteed for next season. And if I'm honest with you, it might even be the title soon, I think. I did say that Celtic and Rangers might start to slip behind Hibs, Hearts and Motherwell as the season's gone on. Status quo kind of has been put into order with Rangers and Celtic filling out comfortably in second and third now. But of course, Celtic and Rangers are pretty big games to do, so we'll do Celtic today. Obviously, we had the January transfer window in between episodes, and I told you I wasn't going to sign or sell any players, and I didn't sign or sell any players, but two players who we said were going to join the club because they had contracts ready to join us in January, they've arrived. So the first is Stone St. John. He is that centre midfielder from Mexico we've been waiting 18 months for. An 18-year-old wonder kid. He looks very, very good for 18 years old. I'm so glad we got him nice and early on this kid. He's in the club now, and I think will become a big part of our future. And then we have our new left winger coming in, Jonathan Pascal. However, he has been claimed on the Patreon. As I said, we did a transfer special that all these young players coming in, we're going to rename them all to other names on the Patreon. So thank you very much to Bryce Delaney for your contributions on there. Bryce Delaney is now our new Spanish left winger coming in. Wonder kid, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, 16 dribbling, 16 first touch, 15 pace, 17 acceleration set. He looks very, very solid for 18 years old. In fact, better than Stone St. John, and that's saying something. So this guy is insane. And he is going to be starting today on the left wing. He's probably going to start a lot more now instead of La Cruz. We'll try to transition these guys over. He's already actually got 3 goals for the club. He's hit the ground running beautifully. He is joined with a team of Peter Van Steen, Tigger McLumper, Alexandro and de Klerk in the back line. Sissoko McLumper in the middle with Bryce, Jan and Westerland on the wings, because we do have Lassie Alien injured. So is Zimantic. Or actually he's suspended, not injured, but they're both missing this game. And then Varela leads the line with his 19 goals so far this season. So kickoff is upon us today, and I'm fully expecting us to get a big win here today, as Bryce Delaney, on his, well, debut for you guys, he's been sent off, hasn't he? He's been on, he's got very, he's trying to be big and clever for the cameras, right? He's come here and he's thought, right, I'm finally on camera. I'm actually on my TomFM YouTube channel. This is crazy. And now he's gone and got himself sent off. I think what we do is bring Varela and then Cavalcanti up front. Westerland can actually play through the middle. So let's do that. Confirm changes. Well, and Bryce, you love to see it. A great start to the campaign for you. But hopefully he'll come back stronger in the game against Napoli. We'll play him in that one. In the meantime, Celtic are looking to come forward. And if anyone can beat us with 10 men, it will be Celtic. So currently we have a nearly 100% record in the league. We've won all of our games apart from one, which we drew. We've not lost a game in the league yet. If we are ever going to lose a game, it might be this one now that we've gone a man down. So what we need to do is be very careful. Although the first half, we seem to have dodged a bullet a little bit as we finish it up 0-0 at half time. Come on lads, let's go and win the game in the second half. I believe we can do it. And we did it in the cup final was it yesterday's episode? I think it was yesterday's episode when we did it in the cup final. So I think we can do it again as we get a good clearance out from the back here. Jan Cavalcanti loses possession from a very reckless challenge there from a Celtic defender or attacker, whoever it was, I don't know. But we do win possession back in the end, and no one got seriously hurt in the process, which is quite nice. Varela wins the ball, nods it down to Tam McLumper, who gets it out wide to de Klerk, who's providing all of the width in this game. Is brought down in the area, and very quickly that was decided to be a penalty. We didn't really see much of a decision based on that, and Cavalcanti scores the penalty for his 36th goal of the season. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I am thankful every single day for Jan Cavalcanti. He is probably one of my favourite ever players in Football Manager. What I don't like though in Football Manager is when the opposition score past us. That was annoying. We've got really good headers of the ball, strong, tall centre-backs, and somehow they've been beaten in the air. That's poor. But I will say, given the circumstances of a very early red card and Celtic being a pretty decent team, a draw would not be a bad result. I mean, I wouldn't choose to have a draw, obviously. I'd really want this to win this game, although no one chooses to have a draw, do they? I don't know why I had to say that. It's not like managers go into a game right and say, right lads, I think today we're not going to aim to win, we're going to aim to draw today. That never happens, right? But I would be happy. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think I've just started saying things without sort of realising what I'm saying. Okay, I want to win, and Sissoko's not going to get us to win the game. I think, given the situation, a draw isn't a bad result. It's still frustrating, right? Because look at the match stats. We are ahead in shots and all that kind of stuff. We really, we should be winning it. Even with a man sent off. It's only our second game this season that we haven't won. The second draw of the season for us. It's not a terrible result, but based on our season so far, given that we've won every game apart from one against Tottenham and one draw against, was it Motherwell or something like that? This does actually make it one of the worst results of the season that we've had. So Bryce, I don't want to blame you for that one, but if you didn't get sent off, we would have won. Anyway, it doesn't matter at all because we've virtually won the league anyway already. Oh, by the way, you'll be interested to know, because we got qualified for the Champions League, the board have already set the budgets for next season. They've given us a hefty wage rise. It's the first time it's been over £1 million per week, and they've given us a budget of 46 million, but they gave us that before January. If you remember back to last episode, I did say this. So they've not given us a huge budget, which is a little worrying. Can I actually ask for more? I can ask for more transfer budget, although we've only got 39 million in the bank. How are we losing so much money? Well, I guess it says it here, right? We are paying a lot of money out in bonuses now. Bonuses are becoming a big thing for players, so I guess player expenditure is quite large. We've paid 63 million. I think what's happened as well is that when it came to January, it was sort of that time when we start paying out for transfers that we started, for the instalments on previous transfers. Maybe that's what's brought our income down a little bit, because I don't think we've actually spent 63 million on players this season. And then of course 25 million on wages is a big step up, because last season we paid a total of 33. We're like 3/4 of the way through this season and already on 25, so that's going to go up quite a bit as well. So yeah, we just need all the Champions League money to come through now. We need to win it again basically and just get another 50 million or so for going through all the rounds and winning it. That's what we need. Oh, and you know what's good? Peter has signed a new contract. Luckily, some of our players that have loads of bids coming in for them in recent years are wanting new contracts now, which is great. So Peter, our goalkeeper, has signed up on a new contract for another 5 years or so, which is great. So Peter's going to be staying around. Fingers crossed, we're going to see Alex Sandro accept a new contract. And the work permit is being made tomorrow, or decided tomorrow. Good. So Alex Sandro should be getting a new contract as well, which is great because he's probably the one player who gets the most bids. He gets so many from PSG, Man City, all the time. Every club wants Alex Sandro. And then suddenly it just came up and he said, I want a new contract. And I was like, yes, mate, you can have a new contract. And there we go. He commits his future to the club. He's on 50 grand a week now, which is a lot less than I thought he was going to want. I thought he'd come to me and say he wants £150,000 a week, let alone just 50. So I was very pleased with that. It seems quite good to me. And according to the World News, he snubbed Sheffield United to stay at Aberdeen. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He never had that opportunity to talk to Sheffield United because I always rejected every single contract or transfer offer. And anyway, why would he want to go to Sheffield United when he could be playing for Aberdeen? But here we go. European football is back. We have been drawn against Napoli, as you can see here. Unfortunately, Rangers have been given Borussia Dortmund, which is going to be so tough for them. So this could be the end of the road for them. Fingers crossed though, it's also going to be the end of the road for Monaco, who take on Real Madrid. And I think the best draw we could have hoped for is Bayern against PSG. If anyone's going to beat PSG, it's Bayern. I'd say us, Bayern and PSG are probably the three best teams in the game at the moment. And so I'd like to think that Bayern can do it. When it comes to the Europa League, of course, Celtic won their group, so they're straight through into the second knockout round. But sadly, Hearts have been given maybe the toughest draw in all of this. They've been given Tottenham, who of course beat us earlier on this season. So I don't really hold out much hope for Hearts in the Europa League first knockout round. But they've got there. That's the main thing. So I'm very pleased for them. And then when it comes to the Europa Conference League, obviously Motherwell got knocked out. But Hibs have been given Lech Poznan, which I think is a very winnable game. So fingers crossed they win it. Heading into this game though, we are going to pick the first 11. So slight changes to the team, although Lassielin is still not quite fully fit for this one. Let's bring him off once again for Westerland. I need to actually update this first 11 to get Le Cruz off and to bring Bryce Delaney on, although he will go onto the bench anyway. Let's get Lassielin off for Stone St John. We might bring him on in this game. But for me, that is the team. It's virtually the same as it was last game. Submit it. Let's go. So I believe this is the first time we've ever played against Napoli in this save. I don't think we've come across them before. We've played many Italian sides, but I don't recall ever playing Napoli. Hopefully they are no good. Hopefully they are just a bunch of losers and don't know how to play football, and we absolutely smash them. Of course, this is the away game first, so the more away goals we can get, the better. Peter on the ball for us, looking to clear out from a short goal kick as Tamatulumpa collects the ball into Westerlund on the right wing. Tamatulumpa forward to no one really making the run there, but there is pressure from Varela and pressure from all our players actually to try and win the ball back, but we don't win it back as Napoli come into our half, but the ball forward is not very good. Bryce Delaney, who has nearly lasted as long as he did against Celtic, shoots and is saved by Marit, who must be really old in this save now, you'd imagine. Because I think he must be like 24, 25 in real life. That must mean he's like 35 or so in this. If I click on him, he is 33. He's younger than I thought in real life then. Or is he? I think maybe I've gone a bit further in the future than I think. We're only 10 years in the future. I said 24, 23, didn't I? So actually, yeah, he's basically what I said. Either way, I can do maths, I promise you. Although in various videos in this series, I've kind of proved otherwise. So I'd forgive you if you didn't believe me. I can do maths. In the meantime, Napoli looking to come forward. We've still not been able to score in this game, but Napoli have. Napoli open the scoring. That's a concern. This is not meant to happen. This is going completely against the script. We need to win for the coefficient points. This is not meant to happen. As we approach half-time, 1-0 down. Oh dear me. Thrash my arms. I'm far from pleased from what I've just seen out there. We've lost to Tottenham this season already. Are we about to lose to Napoli? This would not be good at all as Napoli look to come forward, and they are looking dangerous down their right-hand side, although we are forcing them back a little bit. Westerlund kind of getting in a bit of a scrap there, but not really winning the ball. Someone wins it though, and Varela is now through. Varela at a tight angle. Yeah, shouldn't have shot there, should he? There were players arriving in the middle. Should have maybe tried to hold it up a little bit. I don't know. Either way, some of our players out there are having a terrible game. So, Lumper off for Brian Medina. No. Undo that. Stone St. John. Let's see what you can do out there. It's a lot of pressure to put on an 18-year-old, making one of his first appearances for the club, but we'll do it anyway. We will bring Thad McRae on the right-hand side to see if he can make any difference down there. Annoyingly, oh, this is so annoying, PSG are 2-0 up against Bayern Munich. That's really annoying, actually. I thought Bayern could do it, but PSG away from home are 2-0 up against Bayern, so I imagine they're going through into the quarter-finals, which is not ideal for us. In the meantime, we've lost possession, and Napoli nearly score a second. They're looking good. You know what it is? It's when I said right at the start of this game, these guys are rubbish, they're losers, or something like that. The game heard me, and they're trying to prove me wrong right now. Thad McRae's through ball not quite finding its intended target, but a great... Oh, what a fan... Was that Cavalcanti who made the slide challenge, won the ball back, and then scored? Was it Varela who got the challenge in there? Thad tried the through ball to Varela. Varela wins the ball back with a great slide challenge, and then Jan Cavalcanti gets past two, puts it past the keeper. Now that's what you call a goal. Brilliant teamwork there from those boys. Sadly, Dortmund are beating Rangers, but only 1-0. But it is an away goal for Dortmund. Come on, Rangers. We believe in you. As de Klerk tries to battle in the middle of the park, can't win possession, is now scrambling back to his right-back role. In the meantime, Napoli coming down their right-hand side of the pitch. Another good slide challenge there, but not quite winning the ball properly. And despite the clearance from the cross, Napoli are still looking to come forward. They're still troubling the area. They can't quite get the killer ball in, but they're really trying. And if anything, they do look the stronger team here today. The substitutes have helped for it a little bit. Van Steen just diving in unnecessarily there on a yellow card. That was very risky. Luckily, nothing bad has happened from it, but they are still coming forward. This Napoli side are giving us a good run for our money until they play a misplaced pass. Varela again looking at a poor angle, but has somehow, wow, scored a superb goal there. Varela, take a bow. That's what you call a goal. He just absolutely capitalised on that mistake there. And I was at this point thinking he's too acute of an angle to actually score. No, he says, I'll chip the keeper and get it in off the post. And you know what I'm going to say, actually? I was about to say, we've got world-class... I used to say this all the time. When we were like little Aberdeen with not so great players, or these players being a lot younger, I used to say in these sort of situations where we've been the better team, Napoli have been the better team, but then we'd lose the game. And it's because those other teams had world-class players who all they needed was one opportunity. One opportunity and they could make something happen from it. And essentially, that's what we've done to Napoli today. They deserve the win, in my opinion, but we've just had, well, 2 moments of brilliance from Varela, that goal, but also the slide challenge to allow Jan Cavalcanti to have his 1 moment of brilliance. And that's all those world-class players need. And we've got them now. And it's a good feeling, especially after that Celtic draw. It's a good feeling to be in this situation. I have also just seen the Rangers score. They are 3-0 down now to Borussia Dortmund. So I think they're going out. But I have also just seen that Bayern Munich have brought it back to 3-2 against PSG. So PSG might still be going out, but they do have 3 away goals. We've just scored another one. Alexandro from the corner. You love to see it. Really well worked move there as Sandro gets a goal. And that crucially now gives us 3 away goals. A little bit of a wobble in this game, but we showed why we are the champions of Europe with a great second half display. Or second half of the second half display. But here are the results in full. Luckily for us, Monaco lost. They could turn it around though. I guess also kind of good. Milan lose, that's Italy out maybe. If Barca can beat Inter, that would be handy for us. Juventus smashed Chelsea though, so that's maybe not quite so good for us. In the Europa League, where are they? It was Tottenham Hearts. They lost 3-0. I think we kind of expected that one, if I'm honest with you. And then in the Europa Conference League, Hibs draw 1-1 away to Lech, and that's probably a good result. Next time out, we will be back for, let's go Hamilton. We've not done Hamilton on an episode for a while, so we'll do Hamilton and Napoli again. So thanks very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you do drop a like on it for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time for some more on The Rocks. Have a good one. Goodbye.